All right, guys. I want to welcome everybody. This is F4R Speedcurves, and we are today in the race lobby of the F4R Race Club once again, and we want to welcome F4R Shades. Looks like he's joining the chat. Anyways, today we're running a P-Class car. It's good stuff because this is kind of a newer thing for the club. We started running the lower class cars, and each week we would bump it up to a next higher class. So started off with the lower class, moved up each one, and now we are in the P class this week. I went for a drive in the P class because I thought, you know what, maybe I could race with these guys. I drove the car into the wall, so was pretty clear that this car is a little bit too much power for me, for my skill set. So I went ahead and relinquished that opportunity, and I am in the broadcast booth today. So I'm happy to be here, and I get to watch these guys who got the real talent battle it out. So this should be good. So I want to welcome all of our viewers today. And for those who will be watching this broadcast in a tape delay, we are currently on Homestead Miami Speedway. I personally like this track quite a bit. It's a lot of fun. It uses the partial oval on this track, and it's just a really good track. It's really good for stop and go, good acceleration cars. Not a lot of high speed cornering. Some really good, and some hard braking points as well. So you're looking for a car that probably has really good acceleration through here. Looks like we got 14 drivers right now. We are due to start here at any time. I'm not sure why I'm not able to spectate, but we're going to ready up. I might have to jump into the race and jump out of the race to spectate. We'll see. So looking at our lineup tonight, we got F4R Easty in the lobby tonight, and F4R Karis. Both of those two drivers, highly skilled, regular members. F4R Vanquished. I mean, everybody's highly skilled in this class, so everybody's highly skilled in this group. Driving with the F4R guys is a great way to hone your skills, to increase your knowledge, and just really to be with a great group of guys. So we got F4R Scarhand, who is a established, well-known driver, and looks like Race 3D Doctor 3W72. I'm not familiar with his gamer tag. That's a new one for me, so he may have been around a while. I don't know, but welcome to him. And then, of course, F4R Gordy and F4R Kalash, F4R JPW57. So, and then we got Zcadet, a regular F4R club driver. So, looks like below Zcadet we got F4R Stixie and F4R Turtle. I love that name. That's a great gamer tag. And of course, F4R G300ZX and F4R Dragon. So, really excited to be here to call the race today. We're going to try to call a couple 3 races. We've been able to step out of the classroom instruction for the kids and jump into the broadcast booth. So, excited about that. Need a break. Anyways, looks like just about everybody's checked up, and we're going to fire this lobby off into our first race. Again, first week of P class. It's going to be interesting to see how many guys got some seat time with these cars. How many guys practiced with these cars. So it is not easy to drive these cars. They're extremely powerful, very good handling, incredible on the brakes, incredible side grip. Difficult to drive on a controller, I believe. This is what I use. Probably a little bit more manageable with the wheel, but I don't say that from experience. So you take that with a grain of salt. Most of our drivers today are British, so as F4R Club is originated out of Britain. And like I've said many times, a great group of guys, highly skilled and fun to drive with. So give us a few minutes. We got 15 drivers in the queue, minus myself, of course, because I'll be spectating. So let's we're gonna take a quick pause, and as soon as we fire this thing off, we will get back online. Give us just a second here. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I was able to get the spectator eyeball, so that is a positive thing. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to get it. Here we go. We got a launch countdown, and we are going to get this first race of P class started for the F4R Championship. So buckle your seatbelts. It's going to be a good one. And we are off. The Scarhand has the pole position, but it does spin up quietly, which gives Karis a ability to get a quick run down into the first turn. I see cones are flying already. We got 2 to 3 drivers off the course. Scarhand into the wall. That, I mean, a very accomplished driver there into the wall there. Looks like a few guys off the grass. We got a car spun in the back. Not sure who that was. Looks like JP57. As he gets back on circuit again. These cars are extremely difficult to drive, and it looks like some of the drivers are already seeing the effects of what these cars can do and just not really being ready for it. So we're going to jump up to third place, Vanquish, as he is running onto the back straight. Very nice looking car. I don't know exactly what car that is. Beautiful car. Looks like a Daytona prototype style car. As right now in first place is F4R Karis, with Vanquish now in second. So looks like behind Vanquish we have a host of cars that are chasing him down. And Karis enjoying a nice, comfortable, about 1.5 second lead. So he's going to try to make the most of that. Apparently he has been behind the wheel of this car before and is not wasting time to put some distance between him and his competitors. So that's a really nice start to his race. Let's bounce back a little bit, because right now we got in fourth place, we got Stixie, and he is being chased by very closely. Oh, that's a nice looking car. Very nice paint job. Beautiful car. The car looks very fast. So he's got Gordy right on his, looks like a LP2 car from the Le Mans series, right on his tail, running in sixth place. We got a move coming up here. It looks like Stixie goes up the inside of Gordy, or actually Gordy was able to hold him off there. Let's ride along with Gordy. As this is we got someone very close to hitting the wall there. So Gordy's able to get a nice drive onto the oval portion of the track there, with Stixie coming in right behind him. We got Dragon, Scarhand, and Kalash. Kalash making a move on Dragon, and it looks like Kalash gets a little sideways. Scarhand's going to be able to hold that position, and it looks like there's a continual fight there with Kalash and Scarhand. I'm going to see if we can get a better picture of that. So we see here Kalash is moving up the inside, now working on Dragon, but he spins up a little bit, gonna compromise his drive a little bit, whereas Scarhand supporting the typical paint livery that he normally has, the purple paint livery. As we see Stixie getting on the gas a little early, starting to spin up. He's gonna lose a little bit of drive, but right now Clash holding down 6th place. As Stixie's in 7th. This group of 4 here is probably a nice place to be because everyone is so spread out right now. This seems to be a good group to kind of hang with. So right now currently we're still in 1st place. It's still going to be Karis with Vanquish doing a great job in 2nd. And here we see Dragon trying to make a move on Clash, looking to the inside but bouncing back out as Clash gets on the gas a little early, which is going to give Dragon an opportunity, but not able to capitalize right there. As getting a great look at the side of these cars. They're really nice looking cars. Number 63, Clash, as he gets on the gas again and spins up. He's probably got it a little bit tight in his rear end there. As every time he wants to get on the gas, and now he's in the wall, into the grass. That's definitely going to put him back a couple positions as Dragon. Well, it looks like Scarhand wasn't able to capitalize on it, but Dragon is definitely going to push off a little bit there and get away a bit. But first race of the day here, and everyone's a bit excited. I can understand. As Kalash goes smoking the tires down there, look at, oh, it's got a big wreck. Someone went into the wall. I couldn't quite see who that was. It looked pretty significant. I'm sure if there was damage on, it wasn't 300ZX. I don't really know who it was. I'm going to have to guess it was, well, let's see if we can get a look. Not Turtle. Oh, and Scarhand is also into the wall as he limps back onto the circuit. Now he's in 12th place. Again, folks, these cars are extremely difficult to drive. And, you know, without some prior practice, it's hard to say who was able to get some seat time in. But let's take a look at Vanquish, who has now acquired 1st position. Not sure what happened there, but Vanquish is now in 1st. And look at the corner speed as he's able to come in, and Zekadet is behind him. So our third place, F4R Karis, was in 1st, but now he is in the 3rd place position. And F4R Gordy doing a great job in 4th. Let's take a look at, we'll ride along with him for a second in his LP2 car. I believe that's what that is. As he is trying to make up as much ground as he can on Karis. You can see there, he's about a second, maybe 9/10 of a second behind him there. And we are currently and this race is completed, so lap 6 of 6. I got so excited calling the race there that I didn't lose track of the lap count, so I do apologize to the viewers. And I will have to be a little more attentive to my details for the next race. So I can't even call exactly who finished 1st. It looked like Vanquish did. But they are now on a cool-down lap. So that's F4R Gordy on the cool-down lap. It says hello to the wall. So again, interesting first race here. A lot of action. A lot of mistakes were made, which is not uncommon when you get inside these cars. So as Vanquish doing his victory lap. Let's take a look at his paint job here. I really like what I'm seeing. He's sporting an AEG sponsorship there with a black, red, and white livery. Looks like he's got the Bernie's Alps logo on the side of his car. Maybe he's hoping we'll be running on the Bernie's Alps there. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll pack up the travel trailers and head over there to, the Swiss Alps. So we'll see. anyways, we're gonna take a quick break, guys, and that was exciting, a lot of fun, and we'll be right back as soon as our race 2 begins. So don't go anywhere and stay with us. So just to verify, we did go back to the event results. The last race, Vanquish did indeed take first place. Congratulations to him. Continuing to build on his skill sets. He's won a lot of races in the past. So continuing to show his skill sets, and that's good to see. So we got Z-Cadet finishing second. Very nice to see Z-Cadet finishing second and able to really hold off a lot of fast drivers. His skill sets, his driving ability is really showing in this first race here. So great job, Z-Cadet. And Karis, who was holding down first place, I really wish I could have seen what happened there, but he just wasn't able to continue to hold down that first place position. Maybe there was a bit of a mistake made there, I'm not sure. But F4R Gordy coming in fourth. Great finish for him. And then on down, fifth place was Clash. And then looks like from there we had 300ZX, followed by Dragon, Easty Shades, JPW57, and Stixie. So Turtle was not able to finish. Scarhand, another driver who is normally on the podium, not able to finish. It's one of those races. So everybody has them. I mean, every racer has been there. You're used to running at the front, finishing on the podium, and Scarhand was not able to finish today. So, and we got Racer Doctor 3W72 was also not able to finish. So again, we're going to take a short break, and we will see you quickly here on the backside of this pause. Thank you. Okay, we are back online here at Bernese Alps, we called it, as Vanquish is getting what he wanted with the Bernese Alps logo on the side of his car. So here we are at Bernese Alps, and we are getting ready to fire this off as we have a stalled car on the grid in the pole position. Looked like there was a collision there. Oh, we got a couple spins in the back of the grid there. They weren't even to make it to turn one. So Vanquish able to get away and get the perfect start from his vantage point. As excuse me, Karras is actually in first as Vanquish gets a much better drive going down the hill at Bernese Alps in a very fast left-hand sweeper. This is an extremely difficult off-camber corner. As we're going to see how they navigate this, Vanquish clearly been on this track before as he runs through there with no problems. And Scarhand gets a bump from Flash. Both of them hit the guardrail. And we got a gaggle of cars rolling from second to fifth. And this is going to be interesting. We're going to jump back to Easty because I think his vantage point is really going to give us what we're looking for here. As Scarhand is chasing down and looks like fourth place. As get a nice picture of oh, look at the cars are so fast in this section. It's really even hard to see who's driving. These cars are incredibly quick. As Easty has a very cool looking livery on his car. Great job as he is followed in third place by Scarhand. And I see Scarhand probably wanting to make up as many spots as possible after that first race disaster that he had experienced with the DNF. And it looks to me like there's a lot of cars in the back of this grid. Never really got to see what happened there. But this is such a momentum track as we see Scarhand rolling down the back, down the hill into the quick left-hand corner. It's such a momentum track that you really have to just stay focused. And these corners are very quick. So as we see the top three there spread out, let's take a look farther back as we're going to take a look at Dragon in fifth. As Stixie's chasing him down, followed by Karras. Patty Karras was running first place in the first race, but had a bit of trouble at the end there. He's also going to be looking to make up as many spots as possible. And look at this, Z-Cadet into the back of Dragon and spins Dragon. That's got to be a tough pill to swallow there as he goes out, thankfully, as no other cars were involved there. But we're going to bounce up into seventh place with Karras. As Karras looks like he's been a bit slow. You can see the damage there on the left side of the car. Excuse me, the right side of the car. As he has lost one of his headlights. Bit of body damage there. Oh, it looks like it was the left side of the car. I got to learn my left from the right. I'm still working on that, folks. And we currently in first place still have Vanquish doing a great job with Easty being hounded by Scarhand. Scarhand making up a little bit of ground on him. I do see a move probably coming here soon. I think the pace, nice monster paint job by the way there, Easty. I do see the pace of Scarhand maybe being able to reel him in, but I don't know. We're talking only 6 laps here. So we're going to check back on these two as we move back farther into the field. In 10th place currently, we are running with Dragon. 9th place, sorry, with JP in 10th. Dragon probably hot under the helmet after being involved in an incident there where, you know, he lost several spots there as he is chasing down Clash. And it looks like our our first place driver is approaching lap traffic here. So we got Vanquish coming up on lap traffic, which is going to be Race 3 Doctor. I'm going to go with Race 3 Doctor for his gamer tag. as it looks like they were able to navigate through lap traffic there without a problem. So we have a great battle. It is, as a matter of fact, the closest battle right now with EC and Scarhand for second place, a finish, as these two drivers are battling it out. Maybe they're working together to try to reel in Vanquish, as Vanquish is really unobstructed, able to run his line. Look at how quick these cars are through this section. It's nearly impossible to really follow them with the naked eye there. They're so quick. I do want to ride on board with Scarhand as he is chasing down Easty, or at least making his attempt. And we are going to ride on board. It really doesn't look like he's made up any ground on Easty. As Easty gets into the wall, that's definitely going to compromise his straight line speed. And now, what we're seeing is Easty is under direct attack from Scarhand, as they are going to head up to this very fast switchback section. Let's see how this plays out here, as Easty is probably going to run a bit of a defensive line here, as he knows his speed, his floor speed is a bit compromised, but they are both now back up to lap speed. So look at this. Easty's able to actually pull out a few car lengths here, and Scarhand really has no way to respond to it. So we are currently on lap 5. They are about to see the white flag. Yes, they are coming across the finish line now, as Vanquish is staring down a second win in a row if he's able to hold this together, but Easty has not given up on him. He's about a second, 1.2 seconds back. Interesting. Not quite sure how what happened. We did see Scarhand draw back slightly there. Let's take a look through the rest of the field, as fourth place is way back, hugely separated from the top 3 group. And 8th and 9th place here. Let's take a look. As Dragon is in 8th, being chased by Kalash. Quite a separation here. We have about 2 to 3 groups really running together here, but the whole field is so spread out. Look at this. Clash making a move on Dragon, and he's able to get by on the inside as he looks like he's going to make it stick in that very fast left hand. It's almost like a carousel through there, as we see Dragon into the wall a little bit. Let's see if he's going to be able to retaliate, as they are on the final lap here. Gordy holding down 10th place. No immediate threats as F4R Shades trying to chase him down. But we're going to take a look at the it looks like the this race is, they have passed. The laps go by so quick here, folks. Great job to Vanquish, finishing first, Easty second, Scarhand third. As we take Stixie in 4th, Zekadat in 5th, and just now 300ZX crossing in 6th, and Karis in 7th. He's not going to be happy with that, considering he was a front runner in the beginning of that, followed by Dragon in 8th, and now we see Kalash. Is he going to hold off? Is he going to hold him off as they come across the line? I wasn't able to tell, folks, if he was able to hold him off. We're going to have to look at the final grid positions there to verify what happened. So let's take a quick look here. As Karis was a 7th place finisher, Dragon 8th, Shades in 9th, Gordy 10th, Kalash 11th, and JPW 57 and 12th. Turtle again not able to finish. Racer Doctor not able to finish. So not sure if they had a disconnect. Maybe they had a damaged vehicle. Maybe they had an end of race timer. Hard to say, folks. Your guess is as good as mine. So, with that said, we are seeing a lot of action with these cars so fast. Nonetheless, good racing, good fun to watch, and we're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back. Again, Vanquish with domination so far in the first two races. Not as far as, you know, the overall race win, is how much time between him and the second driver, but you know, 2 wins in a row is pretty good. Although he was starting from the front of the grid, I'd like to see his pace. Maybe he will be mid-pack or even in the back of the pack this next race grid. I do believe it's on a random. Let's check that right now. Is it on a random grid setup? Oh, we lost our picture. Grid order is on best lap, so I'm probably going to see Vanquish up front again. So it's not a random grid order. Anyways, looks like Le Mans is next. That is a super fast track for these cars, can stretch their legs there. So that'll be fun to watch. We're going to take a few minute break and we will be right back. Again, F4R Speedcurves here. And we are on the Thursday night races, F4R Championship Racing Club. A lot of fun, great drivers, and good times. We are going to post this video on YouTube for all of the drivers and public to see. It'll be on my personal Facebook page, and I will post a link to the F4R club page as well. So be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, we are back online, getting ready to start this race here at Le Mans with cars that are suited for this track. Let's see if anyone can challenge Vanquish, as he has now had 2 race wins. Can anybody challenge him? As looks like Vanquish stalls slightly on the start. Bit of a lost picture there as they are racing down into the very fast right-hand corner. A group of cars. Oh, we got at least one car off circuit here. Vanquish is not able to make up a spot there, so we are riding along with Vanquish, and we have tire smoke. I'm not sure if we have another car off there, as we see 300ZX making his way through the course. It looks pretty clean so far. I don't see any drivers clatter into. Oh, we got a big off of 2 drivers into grass, hard into the wall. I wasn't able to see who that was. Let's take a look back as Dragon is in the back there. He may have been, yeah, Dragon was involved for sure. And Racer Doctor was involved. Stixie, he may have been a victim as well. He has damage on the front of his car, but now they are making their way onto the very long back straight of the famed Le Mans track. As we are riding with Z-Cadet, who has had some very good success today. He's now being challenged and passed by, let's see if we can get a name off that driver there. Looks like Vanquish is chasing behind Z-Cadet. And looks like 300ZX as Vanquish is looking to attack Z-Cadet into the second chicane there. Knocks one of the cones off. That goes flying. No harm done though. No speed compromise there. As 300ZX is still a bit ahead of those 2 races of Vanquish and Z-Cadet. Let's look at Z-Cadet. We'll ride along with him as he is now been successfully. Oh, we got 1, 2, 3. Looks like Clash, Karos, and one other driver outbraking themselves into the gravel pit. So that's going to cost all of them a top spot in this track. So we are running 3 race laps here at the Le Mans Circuit de la Sarthe. And a lot of drama already as Z-Cadet is now running by himself. We are going to bounce up to 3rd place Vanquish. He has been a huge benefactor of other cars driving themselves off the course. As Z-Cadet gets on the gas and he gets really sideways. I think he was into the barrier there. And now we see Vanquish challenging 300ZX. This is a great drag race down the back into a very quick portion as Vanquish thinks better of it and tucks in behind 300ZX as he is going to follow him through this section. I don't really see him putting too much risk. It would just not really probably be worth it. He's going to tuck in behind him and follow his line and just let 300 drag him along to the start-finish line where he may then consider a move. So looking back, we're going to take a look back here at, let's go along with F4R Championship, who's been involved in a little bit of drama here and there. And we have another driver off, Kalash. He's going to be losing several spots there. So now we're looking at Carrot driving the Porsche. And he is currently in 6th place. He's got the gold wheels there. They, I'm not sure where those wheels are from. They look a little familiar. I can't quite think of it off the top of my head, but doing a great job right now. Karis looking to reel in Z-Cadet, who's in front of him. We do have a driver. Was that Z-Cadet into the grass? No. I saw grass flying there. Wasn't sure who it was. As we see damage on Z-Cadet's right front of his car there. He's lost one of his headlights as he is running down the straight into the first chicane at any moment now. And let's ride along with Clash as he is making a pass on Karis. Karis not going to be happy about giving up that spot as he has suffered a few position losses through the first couple races after leading. He's going to be looking to bounce back from that and fight Karis tooth and nail here. I'm sorry, fight Clash. I apologize to Patty there for mispronunciation there. And was that a car into the wall? I couldn't see. They went by so quick. As Scarhand has finally found his way to the front of the pack. Vanquish in 3rd. Chasing down. It looks like chasing down in front of him is 300ZX. So We're going to check back with them. They are really just going as quick as they can on lap 2 right now. We're going to run back to 9th place F4R Shades. And we have a nice group here battling, a 3-car group. And look at this. We see a very nice quick pass done there by Shades in the Dunlop, a Shell-sponsored car there, with Karos following him and Stixie. As this 3-car group. Oh, look at this, folks. We got Clash put himself in the wall there, and that's going to suffer another position loss there. Maybe 2 or 3. Let's take a look at Clash here, as he is in 7th place. Looks like he's recovered, only lost 1 position. Now he's back fighting to regain that spot, as F4R Shades is guarding the inside. They're doing everything he can to keep Clash, but Clash is looking at the inside, looking at the outside, moving back and forth. These cars are able to have so much side grip, which has given Karas an invitation right back into this party, as they are coming down to see the final, the checkered flag. Clash getting sideways. They're fighting tooth and nail here to try to gain the position, as they are just about to cross the finish line and see the checkered. And it looks like they stayed as they were as far as the order. Wow, folks, it's very hard to just kind of get a good view on all the actions. The cars are so quick, of course. We are going to take a look at the final grid finishing spots. As on the cooldown lap, the cars are clattering into each other. It's good stuff here, folks. Great racing. So again, P-Class, not a class that these drivers are typically used to running. Kind of a new thing to run these cars. I have to say, it is showing a little bit with some of the erratic driving that we're seeing. A lot of cars hitting the wall, a lot of cars spinning up on the throttle, too soon onto the throttle. And nonetheless, does make for a lot of excitement and drama. So. It looks like the game end of race timer has been extended, because we are still waiting for drivers to finish. Everyone has crossed the finish line. And I'm going to jump out of here and take a look at the previous race results. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are now looking at the results, and once again, nobody has been able to stop the advancement of F4R Vanquish, as he now has the triple win. I don't know, we'll call it the triple crown. He has a total race time of 8:08.1, followed by Eastie of 8:09.5, so over a second victorious from second place. Scarhan finishing third, Stixie fourth, Z-Cadet fifth. Again, great job to Z-Cadet. F4R 300ZX in a sixth, followed by Karas, Dragon, Shades, Gordy, Kalash, and JPW 57. And then we had 2 non-finishers, Turtle and Race Director. We're starting to see consistent DNFs, not sure why. So we can only hope that those drivers are able to find a little bit more luck or success, or both, with the next race. So again, F4R Vanquish, it's like he is a veteran driver of the P class. Not to mention he's in a 995 PI, which is 3 points less than a lot of these other drivers. So that Mercedes-Benz is a proven car. We are going on 46 minutes of our broadcast here. We are going to look at one more race, and that will be the completion of today's broadcast. So give us 3 to 4 minutes, and we will be right back to check the start of the next race. Once again, we thank everyone for joining us today, but we do have one more to go, so do not go anywhere. We'll be back shortly. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I expect to be launching this race very shortly, as we have been on about a 5-minute break now. So, Circuit de Catalunya. It's in Barcelona, Barcelona, Spain. Can't talk today. This circuit is one of the most favorite circuits. It's a gorgeous, fun, extremely challenging circuit with all kinds of action on it. We have off camber, positive camber, decreasing radius, long straights, switchbacks, high-speed corners. I mean, it's just all there on this track. This is a great track. The one thing about this track is it's very narrow. And this is going to be interesting because these cars are so fast. Are they going to be able to navigate and race the line that they want to with such a narrow track? I mean, these cars aren't exactly, they're very wide cars with very wide wheelbase. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes with each driver. I'm sure it'll be somewhat of a challenge, especially as we have been seeing a lot of these drivers aren't quite up to speed as far as the capabilities of the car. It really takes some time, some seat time in these cars to really drive them to their potential. So I'm going to have to say this is going to be the most challenging track of the day so far. Maybe even after we finish and complete all racing today, this still might be the most challenging track. So with that said, let's anticipate some interesting racing here. We are going to try to jump on mid-pack. So I'm going to ride on with Karras from the very beginning if I can. I'm going to select him and see if we can ride on with him from the very get-go. And I also think we're going to be able to do some onboard footage today, which is going to be a lot of fun while we're viewing the race. So, again, Circuit de Catalunya in Spain, up in Barcelona, Spain. It's I believe it's the northeast corner of Barcelona. I've never actually been there. Unfortunately, I've seen several other wonderful, great cities: Madrid, Sevilla, Jerez, other great cities in Spain. Never had the privilege of going to Barcelona, so regretful for sure. Hopefully one day that will change. We have 14 drivers, well, actually 13. F4R Float is now in the lobby. So he's a very accomplished driver, very fast driver, so I didn't get a chance to welcome him earlier. So welcome F4R Float. We expect to see some great things out of you today. We'll might consider things a disadvantage for you at this point, being that you were not privy to the first 3 races. So let's see how quickly Float is able to adapt to these P-class cars that we've been saying are difficult to drive. Precision cars, they really are. So fast, powerful, a lot of edge grip, brakes just launch you to the moon if you know, when you put the binders on. So if you're not ready for it. All right, now we are at 13 drivers, so we lost somebody. And not everybody's checked up. We will be right back, take a quick refreshment break, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and it looks like the launch countdown has started. Again, Cataluna circuit, very narrow, very tricky, and we will see how they're able to navigate on this track that requires a very good skill set to go fast. So, as we are going to ride along with Shades, and we are going to actually onboard camera with Shades, as this will give us a good look as Float runs up the outside of Vanquish there, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get on the gas there. Float. Oh, look at this. We have Racer Doctor. He's off circuit a little bit there. And it's now Vanquish, who has had 3 wins, is now looking to put a move on Dragon. With there's about 4 cars in front. We got Shades, Sea Cadet, and 60. All of them are kind of crossing lines there. It's a very hard track to pass on when you have multiple. We have contact with Dragon and Shades, and they look at this. A 4 car, now a 5 car pile up. I don't know, folks. There's a lot of cars off there. I think Vanquish is fortunate to come out of that the way he did. Very, very unfortunate for the race in general. As let's take a look at Scarhand is now in front with nobody challenging him. So he is going to be able to run fast laps without a hindrance of an attack. So I expect him to probably build on that lead. As we see Easty and Karos, let's take a look at these two. As they are, we're going to ride on board. I definitely want to get some onboard shots here, as Karos has not been able to hold off Easty, but Easty runs really wide, comes back on, and Karos is going to sweep through on the inside. As Easty was not able to run a race line there that was going to be productive, but it looks like the power of Easty's car is able to just power him up through the inside, and there was nothing Karos could do. Interesting. I'm not sure the difference in PI on these two specific cars. It looks as though Easty's car has a lot of power there. This is traditionally a track that is a handling track. As we see Easty's Hoonigan sponsorship there. And Karos seems to be drifting slightly back in the distance. And he has Scarhand in sight, but he's going to have to defend here against Karos. So I'm not sure that East is going to really be able to do a lot with them. As we see Float is now coming to the party here. An invitation has been handed out, and Float does not need a second. He's looking to really do some damage here, as he has not been in these cars since the beginning. It was a late race entry. As we see somebody stuck on the grid, I didn't see who that was, but now Float has made quick work of Karos there. And Float is now looking to probably attack on Easty. Let's take a look back farther. We'll come back and check on these two. Let's take a little bit look farther back. Everybody's really spread out. There's nothing really brewing as far as solid race battles. We're going to ride along with 4th place as Karos is going to try to hold on to this front group as much as he can. Again, we had an early race incident, which I think was a contributing factor to why the field is so spread out right now, and there's not a lot going as far as race battles from anything from 5th place on back. And we see Dragon in 6th. We know he was caught up in that. Shades was caught up in that early incident. 60 was caught up in that early incident. He's not really been able to recover, as Race Doctor is in 8th. So let's take a look here as 3rd, 4th, and 5th are in a nice battle. We're going to ride along board here because we want to get the best pictures possible of the action. As Easty, look at the power of that car really coming down the straight, displaying the horsepower over the Mercedes. On the brakes, let's see how this plays out. As Easty's going wide again, that's the second time we've seen that from him. But he blocks the race line. His float is not able to get on the gas there because he's a little bit in the rubble there. And oh, there's a bit of contact there as Float and Easty come together, but neither driver is really affected by that. As we see Karos in the background there in a 4th place. So right now this is a battle for 2nd place as Scarhan is really running away with it because he's got no opposition. And these two are just scrapping it out here. So as we see Easty and Float, we are on board with Float as he gets a better drive. He's going to make a move. He's on the outside of the corner though, coming up to this very tight hairpin. He turns in and Easty is challenging there. So Float does take that spot. Float is going to be looking to lay down a very fast lap here as we are currently on lap 4. But Easty is not giving up as he comes up the inside. There's a bit of door banging going on there. Easty's going to turn in, but Float's there as the switchbacks is creating different vantage point for each driver. As Easty gets on the gas and pulls ahead, Karos is now right back in this one. But you can clearly see the power disadvantage of Karos' race car there. As Float sees Easty ahead of him spin it up, he's trying to get up there just so that when he gets on the power too soon and gets it sideways, he'll be able to take advantage of that. But it does look like Float's car is a little bit more stable and planted through the corners. As we see Karos, his underpowered car does have great side grip. And this is the portion where Karos should be able to reel him in and attack. But now we see Vanquish. Oh, and Easty has come across the line of Float here. It's hard to get away from these two, and so this is where the action is, folks. We see Vanquish is looking to do something here with a lap and a half left in this race, as Scarhan is off in the sunset. And Vanquish is getting closer and closer as the corners expire here in this 5th lap of 6. I think that Float, what he's thinking, he's not able to do a whole lot with Easty because of the race line. It's such a wide car and it's such a narrow track. And we know that he's not going to be doing anything with him on the straight because he's underpowered. And Easty, looking at him, he just pulls away and he's gone. As Karos continues to suffer in this portion of the track, his straight line speed is severely he's underpowered there. As we are on the final lap, and Float has got to figure something out here to get by Easty. I don't think he's going to show a lot of generosity when the opportunity presents itself. As we look back and we see Vanquish fighting for every bit of points that he can gather. He's already got 3 wins. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to win this race, as Scarhan is off in the sunset, but Easty doing a great job even through the tight sections of the track. Float's got to do something right here, folks. He doesn't do a great job there finding the race line as Easty squirts out of the corner onto that back short chute, running down into the left-hand hairpin. Or at least it's a 90-degree corner here. I don't think that Float's going to be able to really do it. Look at this. Vanquish making a move on Karos. And those two are banging doors. I don't see anything happening with these two, so we are going to take a look at Vanquish and ride on with him, as this is our last race, televised commentated race. Vanquish has got to do something quick here, but I don't know, Karos has got a well-handling car, and I think he's just going to concede that the best he's going to do is 5th place. So it looks like that's how it's going to finish, folks, with Vanquish finishing 5th. and no change of order for the other drivers. So we got 6th place Dragon, followed by Shades. Well, they haven't actually crossed, so Dragon now crosses the finish line. Shades in 7th, and we still have a bit of a battle for 8th place. They have not crossed the finish line. We got Race Doctor, followed by Stixie, as they are now making their way onto the start straight finish. So 8th place, Race Doctor. 9th place, Stixie. We lost our picture, I apologize. Forza Gremlins once again striking. So, and let's take a look at the final race standings here. Only 10 drivers, folks. We started this race day off with about 14, and we are now down to 10. So Scarhan taking his first win of the day in the P class. That's got to be pretty rewarding for him, as he is used to running at the front. Easty, a very feisty, no pun intended, 2nd place. So Easty with a feisty 2nd place. F4R Float taking 3rd. He made an attempt. He put it on him. He left it all on the track, but wasn't able to successfully make it pass and make it stick. Easty showing the power of his car there. I don't know if the builds are different. They got the same PI. It's probably a downforce. I'm sure it's a downforce issue with the tuning setup. And Karos in the Porsche 919 taking 4th, followed by Vanquish, the Mercedes-Benz number 63, in 5th place for Vanquish. So Dragon 6th, Shade 7th, and Race Doctor 8th, 69th, and Z-Cadet, who has been running really well today and having some great results, not having a great race there in 10th place. So anyways, this was exciting. Really fast cars. Next week will be an X class. I don't even know how we're going to be able to see these cars. They're so fast. How are we going to be able to follow them? I don't know. I'm going to have to go get my eyes checked. At this point, I'm exhausted after watching these last 4 races, and I am now going to do a proper service to the drivers here and go download this to YouTube so that they can watch it, as we have not had any positive luck with Mixer and the resolution that they provide. So anyways, thanks for joining us today, and we will see you soon, and we will see you next time. Also, don't forget to check out the WEC Racing League, WEC Racing League, as we are going to be starting our new series with the A-Class 73 Carrera RS. That first race will be April 18th. Find us on Facebook, WEC Racing League. And if you want to get involved, you can sign up. Grid positions are filling up fast, as there are only 23 grid positions. So thanks again for joining us, and we will see you soon. Have a great day.